12th class, good morning beta. Today we are going to revise our remaining topic, which are potential and capacitance. So let's start with potential energy. So what is potential energy? Potential energy is the amount of work done, or we can rewrite it as del U is the amount of work done for that part, or we can rewrite it as work done is equal to force into displacement. Now here is the point: if we take this forces as external, then this will become positive, and if we are taking it against electric field, then a negative sign will be introduced. Why? Because if this is our test charge q, and this is our given charge q, and we are moving our test charge q naught toward this charge particle, direction of electric field for that one will be in outward direction. As we can clearly see that if we take Fe, then it will be against to electric field. Our direction of external force is in that direction. On the other hand, direction of electric field will be in opposite direction. So what we have taken? Negative sign. Next, if we are moving our charge particle from infinite to a particular point B, for example, we take a particle from infinite to this point B, what we will get? Del U, which will become equal to work done from infinite to B point, and this can be written as UB minus U infinite, yani potential energy at B, which will become higher. Why? Because the work done that we use to move this charge particle from infinite to this B point is stored in the form of potential energy. Now see, if I am applying work done, and this will get stored at every state in the form of potential energy. So as you can clearly see that potential energy at point B will be maximum, because it will be the sum of all these work dones. So work done from infinite to B will be equal to potential energy at B minus potential energy at infinite, and as we know that potential energy at infinite is 0, so this will give us potential energy at B. Okay, if you want to rewrite the formula of potential energy, then you can easily note it down. Okay, next our topic is potential or change in potential. Okay, so let's discuss what is potential. Potential V, or we can say that change in potential is the work done or change in work done for an unit charge. Change in work done means work done applied for an path AB divided by Q. This is our potential, or we can rewrite it as potential at B minus potential at A. Okay, potential is measured in volt. On the other hand, potential energy is measured in joule. Now let's discuss our next topic. Next topic is we are going to show electrostatic forces are conservative. How can we show that? We can easily show that by using an path A and B point. We are going to move this particle from A to B and again from B to A, or we can use different paths like this one, or we can use this one. No matter what path you have taken, you have to only prove that the work done from A to B or work done from B to A is conservative. If this will happen, then our electrostatic force will be conservative in nature. So let's prove. Let's find out work done for an unit charge from moving A to B will be equal to VB minus VA. Next, work done from B to A. Now we are moving our charge particle from B to point A. What we will get? We will get VA minus VB. This is our first point and this one is our second equation. Adding equation first and second. First and second. If we add both these equations, what we will get? We will get total work done. Okay, divided by Q naught, and if we add VB minus VA plus VA minus VB, okay, I am simply adding these two equations 1 and 2. What I get is equal to 0. So our work done is independent of path taken by the charged particle in an electric field. This proved that our electrostatic force are conservative in nature. Okay, let's start our next topic. Our next topic is potential due to point charge. What is the formula for potential? Formula for potential is V is equal to W upon Q. Okay. Next, this will become equal to integration of dW by Q. Okay. I am going to calculate a small work done, and then I will going to integrate it. Take this as Q, and this is our test charge Q naught, and we are moving it against this electric field. So we are going to find out work done on these small intervals, and we will do an integration to add them all, and we are going to take our test charge particle from infinite to an distance r. So limit of integration will be infinite to r. Next, what is work done? Work done is the force into displacement, and if we divide force by charge, what we will get? We will get E dot dr. If we remove this dot product, we will get V is equal to integration of infinite to r E dr cos of theta. As you can see that as distance is increasing, electric field is reducing. Distance is increasing, electric field is reducing. So value of cos theta is 180, because the direction of both electric field and distance is opposite, or we are moving our test charge particle against electric field. So this will gives us minus of infinite to r E dot dr. Now put the value of E, we will get minus infinite to r k q by r square dot dr. Now by simply solving the integration, we will take out k outside of this integration and q. Why? Because these are constant terms. So we will get integration of 1 by r square into dr. This will gives us minus kq integration. To solve this integration, we will get minus of 1 by r. Okay, and limit is infinite to r. Next, by putting the upper limit and lower limit, and by cancelling out this minus sign, we will get kq. Okay, this will cancel out these two minus signs. Next, upper limit, which is r, minus lower limit, which is infinite. So this will give us kq 1 by r minus 1 by infinite, and 1 by infinite is always equal to 0. So we will get V is equal to kq divided by 1 by r, or we can simply rewrite it as kq by r. So this is our potential due to an point charge. Next, we can easily calculate our potential energy for an point charge, which will gives us U is equal to W. Okay, U is equal to W, which is equal to V into Q. I simply rearrange this formula. V is equal to W upon Q, and I have to find out W. So W is equal to V into Q. By putting the value of V, we will get K Q1 Q naught divided by R. So this is our potential energy for an point charge, and this is our potential for an point charge. Now let's discuss second topic. Our next topic is potential due to a point of charge. Potential due to point charge. Charge is due to group of charge. लिख लो इसको, group of charge. Simply rewrite our previous formula using the summation. So this will gives us first we will write the formula for potential, which is K Q by R. And if I am going to add all V's or all potential of an system, similarly like that, V is equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3 up to Vn, we can easily write it into form of summation, where Qi and Ri will vary from I is equal to 1 to n. Okay, this is simple steps. If you need detailed explanation, then you can use your notes. Next, potential energy. Next topic is potential energy due to a point of charges. Potential energy due to group of charge. So how we can find out potential energy due to group? Similar steps. First, find out potential energy for a single particle. Let's find out potential energy for first particle. Potential energy for first particle is always 0. Why? Because in an space, empty space, if we have one charge particle and if we need to apply some work done on it, then there is no force opposing that force. Or in simplest form, if I write the formula for U, which is equal to K Q1 Q2 divided by R square. If there is no charge Q2, this formula is Q1 into 0 by R, or we will get 0. Similarly, U2 will equal to, now we have already an first charge here. We are having our first charge here. Now we are moving second charge Q2 and we are moving it against our given charge. So what we will get? We will get U2 is equal to potential due to first, which is K Q1 by R, into second charge, which is Q2. Similarly, you can rewrite potential energy due to third. Potential energy third have to oppose the initial all the two forces. So potential on third will be equal to K Q1 divided by R plus K Q2 divided by R, or whole into our third charge. If I try to move this third charge, then this will have to oppose the force due to these two charges, Q1 and Q2. So here I have write the potential of both the charges, first, second charge, and into we will multiply third charge. Why? Because U is equal to V into Q. So we will write potential of first here, potential of second here, and whole multiply by Q charge, which is our Q3. Okay. Now let's rewrite it in summation form. If we rewrite it in summation form, we will get U is equal to 1 by 4 epsilon naught या K into summation of Qj Qk divided by Rjk, ऑल पेयर. यहाँ पे क्या आएगा बेटा? ऑल पेयर, क्योंकि इसमें कोई पेयर रिपीट नहीं होगा. जैसे अगर 1 2 आया है तो बेटा 2 1 आपको कहीं नहीं मिलेगा. ओके, पोटेंशियल एनर्जी में अगर 1 2 आया है तो 2 1 कहीं नहीं मिलेगा. ठीक है, या आप इसकी जगह अगर आप आई जे की फॉर्म में लिखना चाहो तो इससे हाफ से मल्टीप्लाई कर दो. हाफ से मल्टीप्लाई करने से क्या होगा? जो पेयर हमने रिपीटेड ले लिए हैं वो क्या हो जाएंगे बेटा? रिमूव हो जाएंगे. सो वी विल गेट, if we write it into form Qj and Vj, Qi or Vj as you like it. Wait a second. We will write this U as equal to 1 by 2 of summation of, again summation of, first summation for j is equal to 1 to n, second is for is k is equal to 1 to n, into we will get k q j q k divided by r j k. I have added only half. Why? Because this will remove our second pair of similar particles. जैसे 1 2, it will remove 2 1 automatically. Our next topic is potential due to dipole. Our next topic is potential due to an dipole. This is our dipole which have a length 2a, and this is angle theta which is making with our point P. So let's rewrite potential due to first यानी A point will be equal to minus KQ by R, and potential due to second point will be equal to potential due to second point will gives us V2 as KQ by R2, and this is R1. Total potential will equal to V1 plus V2. This will gives us KQ into 1 by R2 minus 1 by R1. This is our potential due to an dipole. Now use your notes to find out how we can resolve this R1 and R2 in the form of R. Okay, and solve your binomial theorem. Next topic is equipotential surfaces, and equipotential surfaces are the surfaces which have same potential on them. Next topic is relation between electric field intensity and electric potential, or in simplest, relation between E and V. Relation between E and V. So let's discuss and find out. Work done. E and V have a common term which is work done. So let's find out work done in the form of E and work done in the form of V. Work done in the form of V is W is equal to minus Q into dV. Okay, or we can simply rewrite as V is equal to W upon Q. It is the same thing. Next, in the form of electric field, work done is equal to F dot dr, or this will gives us QE into dr. How this comes? E is equal to F upon Q. So here F is equal to Q into E, which we have taken here. Next, by comparing equation first and equation number second, we will get minus Q dV is equal to QE dot dr. If I remove this dot sign, we will get Q dV is equal to QE cos of theta. Cos of theta into dr, or we can rewrite it as QE dr cos of theta. Now if I find out E cos of theta from here, Q to Q will cancel out. This will gives us dV by dr. And if we remove this cos theta is the component of E along V, or we can say that component of E along dr. So this can easily break down into curl form or partial derivative. So if we writing Ex, then we will take R along X. Next, if we are writing Ey, then we have to take R along Y, and if we rewrite as for Z, we will get curl V by curl Z. Okay, so this is our relation between E and V. Relation between E and V is E is equal to dV by dr. E is equal to dV by dr. We are going to use it into our next topics. Next topic for today's revision is capacitance. Capacitance is the tendency or capacity of a material to store an electric charge, and it is written as C. C is equal to charge stored per unit voltage. This is our capacitance. It is measured in farad. Okay, and farad is a very large unit. Our next topic in this section is capacitance of an spherical conductor. So let's find out. We know that C is equal to Q by V, and what is the value of V for an spherical or an charge? Q by K, Q by R. This is the value of V. If we rewrite it, it will gives us Q by KQ into R. K to K will cancel out. Q to Q will cancel out. This will gives us 1 by 4 epsilon naught R by K, and this is R by 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, and we can easily rewrite it as 1 by 4 epsilon naught of R. This is our capacitance due to an spherical conductor. Our next topic is capacitance of an parallel plate capacitor. Capacitance of an parallel plate capacitor. ठीक है. Capacitors are the devices that use to store electric charge. Okay. So let's discuss. These two are our parallel sheet which are going to store our charge in the medium between them. So let's find out. If this sheet have a positive charge outside, so this will acquire a minus charge on it, or we can say that principle of a capacitor is that if we take an insulating substance near to an conducting substance which is connected to an earth head, then the capacity of this insulator can be increased, or we can make this insulating material to store charge. Okay, I will repeat it. बेटा अगर आप किसी इंसुलेटिंग को किसी कंडक्टर के पास लेके जाते हो जो क्या है, ग्राउंडेड है, तो हम उस मटेरियल के अंदर क्या कर सकते हैं बेटा, चार्ज स्टोर कर सकते हैं. सो लेट्स फाइंड इट आउट. वी नो दैट इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड बिटवीन this medium is equal to E is equal to rho by epsilon naught, and rho is surface charge density. If we write the value of rho, which is Q by A by epsilon naught, this will gives us Q by epsilon naught of A. Okay, this is the value of electric field. But we have to find out C, capacitance, and capacitance is equal to Q by V, and this can easily be rewrite as C is equal to E dot D. Relation between V and E is V is equal to E into D. Putting the value of E, we will get Q by epsilon naught A into D. Q to Q will cancel out, we will get epsilon naught A by D. Okay, this is our relation for capacitance of an parallel plate capacitor. Beta, use your notes for proper writing of an equations or derivations and proper diagrams. Topic is capacitance of an parallel plate capacitor with conducting slab. Let assume these are our capacitors plate. The above one has positive charge and the below one have negative charge, and we have introduced an conducting slab of T thickness. Inside this conducting slab, electric field is always 0, and if the separation between these two capacitors plate is D, then we can easily find out the charge stored by between these plates or capacitance of these plates. So let's start. We know that C is equal to Q by V. So let's first find out V. So V is equal to E D minus T. Why? Because we have to subtract this small t because it didn't contribute to an electric field. So E D minus T, this will gives us sigma by epsilon naught into D minus T. This will gives us Q by A epsilon naught into D minus T. Okay, I have converted this surface charge density in the form of charge. Put this value in equation number 1. So C is equal to our Q divided by A epsilon naught into, एक second बेटा, take this small q as capital Q, okay, because charge is same. C is equal to Q by V. Now by putting the value of V, what is the value of V? It is Q by A epsilon naught D minus T. Take out this D from this bracket, we will get 1 minus T by D. Now Q to Q will get cancel out, we will get epsilon naught A divided by D into 1 minus T by D. Okay, now this can be rewrite in the form of C is equal to epsilon naught, this is epsilon naught A divided by D divided by 1 minus T by D. Okay, and epsilon naught A by D is our capacitance due to an spherical conductor. This will gives us 1 minus T by D. So this is our capacitance when we have a conducting slab between the capacitor plates. Let's discuss our second topic. Capacitance of parallel plate capacitor with an dielectric slab. So let's find out. Let us assume that these are our capacitor plates and this one is our dielectric slab. Now this dielectric slab have an permittivity of epsilon, okay, and this one have some value which is not equal to 0. If this length, this separation is capital D and this separation is small t, then we can find out our capacitance. Capacitance is equal to Q by V. So let's find out our V. V will equal to E naught into D minus T plus E of T. E naught is in this space, free space, this or this, and E is for this material. Okay, let's rewrite this equation. We will get E naught D minus T plus, if we convert this E in the form of E naught, we will get E naught by K. Why? Because K is equal to E naught by E. Applied electric field divided by reduced in electric field is known as dielectric constant or K. So let's put the value of E, or we can common out E naught. We will get D minus T plus T by K. Next, by putting the value of E naught, which is sigma by epsilon naught into E naught of D minus T plus T by K, by putting the value of this sigma, which is Q by A epsilon naught into D minus T plus T by K and E naught. Okay, sorry beta, here we have put the value of E naught as sigma by epsilon naught, so we will not get this E naught. By putting the value of E naught, which is sigma by epsilon naught, now we are putting value of sigma, which is Q by A into epsilon naught. Now let's put this value in equation first. Again, use capital Q. So C will equal to Q divided by Q by A epsilon naught into D minus T plus T divided by K. Now this whole equations can be written or can be cancelled out easily, which gives us A epsilon naught. Q to Q will cancel out. A epsilon naught divided by, if we take out D minus T common out, we will get 1 minus 1 by K. So this is our relation for capacitance of an parallel plate capacitor with an dielectric slab. ओके बेटा, अब बेटा कुछ टॉपिक्स हैं जैसे कि एनर्जी है कैपेसिटेंस की और इनके कम्बिनेशन है, सीरीज एंड पैरेलल कम्बिनेशन एंड कॉमन पोटेंशियल. बेटा ये 3 टॉपिक हैं जो आप लोगों को खुद से रिवाइज करने हैं. नेक्स्ट एंड मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट बेटा, ये रिवीजन लेक्चर आप लोगों को तब तक समझ में नहीं आएंगे जब तक आप लोगों ने खुद से प्रिपरेशन नहीं की होगी, ठीक है? क्योंकि बेटा ये आप देख सकते हो पूरे एक मंथ का 30 या 40 मिनट्स में कवर अप किया जाता है. तो क्या होता है, तो बेटा ये सिर्फ रिवीजन है, मीन्स आप लोगों ने प्रिपेयर कर लिए है तो भाई एक बार बस फास्ट रिकैप करने के लिए ही ये चीज़ें. तो बेटा अगर आप लोगों ने वो वीडियोस या अपने नोट से प्रिपरेशन नहीं की है और डायरेक्ट आपने रिवीजन वीडियो देखी है और आपको समझ में नहीं आ रहा, तो बेटा आपका फर्स्ट एंड फॉरमोस्ट काम क्या है, अपने नोट्स उठाओ, उनको रिवाइज करो और रिवाइज करने के बाद ये रिवीजन वीडियो देखनी है. थैंक यू बेटा.